after a long summer break, E23 is back on the air, and this is Headlines. Let's get into it. I'm your host, John Messer, and our first story comes to us from Vermont. 13-year-old Ethan Sonneborn was never your average kid. From his earliest memories, he aspired to greatness. He fought unjust rules at his elementary school, survived middle school bullies, and now he's running for governor of Vermont. The amazing 8th grader is taking advantage of a loophole in Vermont law, actually less of a loophole and more of the fact that there's no age requirement to run for public office. In fact, there isn't an age requirement to run for state legislature either. Ethan himself claimed to have first considered the legislative branch before setting his sights on the highest executive office in the state. When referring to his decision to go after governor over a state senator, Mr. Sonneborn said, and I quote, "I'd rather lose a fight with a lot of visibility than lose a fight quietly." Sonneborn also stated, "I am running to win, but I'd very happily settle for sending a message about young people in politics. Godspeed, Ethan. I, for one, know from experience that a platform based on longer recesses and no homework does not work as easily at the state level." Flooding in Houston continues to be dealt with as hundreds of brave men and women struggle to combat the offending waters. Unfortunately, after days of deliberation, plans were scrapped to construct a massive pipe designed to transport the Houston floodwaters to Montana wildfires. Likewise, plans to use the Freezy Fruit power-up from the video game SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom to simply freeze the floodwaters have also failed. In local news, the recent solar eclipse coincided with Mizzou's first day of classes. Many classes were canceled, and thousands of students and faculty alike gathered in awe to bear witness to this once-in-a-lifetime event on our beautiful campus. Speaking of someone who witnessed this cosmic dance of celestial giants, I entirely understand how ancient cultures might have interpreted it as the end of days. However, as a public service announcement, photos taken of the eclipse on one's smartphone are never as interesting to one's peers as one might think. This has been Headlines. I'm John Messer signing off, and as my grandma used to always say, Carthago delinde est.